It didn't work at first. Let's see if it is now. Um, okay, there you guys are. What's up? Hi. Hi. Oh my gosh, I haven't done this in a while. So, technology makes me nervous. Oh, what am I clicking on here? This will be really funny for you guys. How is everyone? Hi. Um, I saw that my special guest requested to join. So let me see if I can figure out how to bring her here. I'm so happy to see so many of you here. Oh man, you guys gotta have some patience with me. Where did you go? Hold on. I have a lot of requests here. I'm so happy so many of you want to chat. Let me keep scrolling down here. Welcome to my tiny house. I'm sitting here in our little tiny house. If we had some more time, I would show you guys around, but that's why you see a fridge behind me here and a little kitchen. This is where we escape to do these kind of things. Okay. I'm so sorry. Why? There you are. I see you. Okay. Thank you guys for having some patience with me. Let's see. Oh, I guess I'm...
So eight, that makes 8 books.
And you're a mom of 4.
And grandmom of 2. Did you know
yes,
that?
yes, 2. So I know it's a lot of work, and so you're here to do so much, and you're just diving in and doing it. And the reason that we're talking today is because you're coming out with your 8th book at the beginning of June, and it's called let me just get Hormone Intelligence.
Yep.
And it's a complete guide to calming hormone chaos and restoring your body's natural blueprint for well-being. Thank you for writing a book about hormones, because so many of us grow up and we just hear this thing that, oh, you're so hormonal, you're so, ugh. And it's such a negative thing to be hormonal, to have hormones. And then for me personally, I got to learn a lot about hormones when I was pregnant and preparing for birth and having a home birth and choosing to not do medications, and then learning how my hormones will actually step in and assist me with the pain and the softening and the opening. And I remember having like an eye-opening experience of like, oh wow, they actually do something. They're there for a reason. And then realizing that my body has been giving me signs and messages all along in my life, but as a girl, I was never given the tools to know how to listen and interpret these signs that my body has given me.
You just summarized my whole book. Seriously.
Oh, wow.
No, I love it. It's perfect. I mean, it's exactly
Yeah.
what the book is about. So there's even a section that's like hormonal. We all know what it means when when we have that thrown at us.
Right.
And it really is about, and the book is definitely for women who are struggling with hormone symptoms and PCOS and endometriosis and fertility and all of that, but it's also for all of us who just want to be in a different conversation with our bodies and about our hormones. And it is 100%, I use the term signals, signs, like our hormones are, like when we describe what a hormone is from a medical perspective, the first thing anyone will say, a biochemist, an endocrinologist, and any MD will say, oh, they're chemical messengers. So in the book, I talk about how we're kind of shooting the messenger, like we're blaming the messenger for the message, rather than going, what's going on out there, and how do we start to listen to and trust our bodies and trust that our hormones are actually working for us. And if they're feeling like they're working against us, it's because of these external factors. That how do we learn to work with those?
So I think most of us, we hear about hormones from early on. So generally, I think we know what they are. And especially as a woman, I know that they deeply affect me.
Totally.
But can we just take a deep dive into what hormones actually are? Now we know that they are messengers, but what are they and why are they so important? Especially in the female body.
Yes, totally. So what they actually are molecules, so chemical signaling molecules that are made out of actually fat, cholesterol, in fact. So they're made out of the building blocks that we get from our food. They are produced in what are called glands. And so we're familiar what those are when we hear it, like thyroid gland, pituitary gland, adrenal gland. Our ovaries are actually glands. Our pancreas is a gland, it produces insulin. So these glands produce these hormones and then secrete them, release them into the bloodstream, and then they travel to wherever they're going in the body to deliver a chemical signal by binding to a cell. All of our cells have something called receptors. And so it's like a ship going into a port and into the right dock, and it lands in that dock. But when the hormone lands in that dock, it actually stimulates the cell to do a whole next level of like relaying information that makes things happen. So when we think about our thyroid hormone, for example, so we get signals in our brain that tell our thyroid to produce thyroid hormone. That travels to our liver, where it gets manipulated into another level of thyroid hormone. And that goes to all of our cells. It goes to our brain, it goes to our bones, it goes to our heart. So for example, in our heart, it tells our heart how the rate to beat at. In our brain, it stimulates cognitive function, makes our brains sharp. In our bones, it helps build bone health. In our ovaries, it helps us know when to ovulate. In our metabolic system, it helps us know how and when to burn energy and when to save energy. And that's just one. And we have dozens of hormones. The big ones, of course, that we think of are estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, thyroid, and adrenal. I think we tend to think of cortisol. But there are many more. Insulin is a really important one. And they all act together. So estrogen and progesterone have a relationship, but so does insulin and testosterone. So does thyroid hormone and estrogen. So it's this really amazing orchestra that is constantly playing. It kicks in when we're in puberty, and it keeps going for the rest of our lives. And then what music is playing changes throughout what life cycle we're in. It changes through the cycle of our month. So the music that's playing when we're 3 days before our period is different than the music that's playing when we're ovulating, is different than the music that's playing in first trimester, which is different than postpartum, which is different in our 40s and 50s. So it's kind of like learning to figure out that feeling that we know when things don't feel smooth. And that's when we usually say our hormones feel out of balance.
Yes. So about that, you talk in the book about a hidden hormone epidemic. Yeah. And I would love to know what you mean by that, and also why hormonal problems are so prevalent today, because I feel like I've had them. Every woman really that I know has had them or is having them currently. It seems to be such a big issue. Why is that?
Well, why I call it a hidden hormone epidemic, which actually I wrote that pre-pandemic, but it's kind of interesting because more women actually collectively struggle with hormone problems than will ever be affected by COVID, which I don't mean to minimize COVID, but when we think about that, it's really astonishing. And yet, and some of those can actually be significantly life-altering or even life-threatening, like untreated polycystic ovary syndrome, for example. But there's been very little research attention on women's hormone problems. There's been almost no innovation in women's hormone. How are you?
I'm so good. I just harvested my first corn and cucumber and Swiss chard, and I'm in heaven.
I'm sure that one day when we have trucks driving thousands of cocoons from our factory to our fulfillment center, we're going to look back at these days very fondly and remember when I drove Just go with the flow.
over here, so make a wish, everyone.
Mm.
Hi, Satya. How
Hi,
are
babe.
you, Mama?
Good. Let's see. There we go. I'm good. I'm good. I think you're right. Like, let's just first like take a second and just honor the fact that mamas, whoever's listening, whoever maybe is in the United States or not in the United States, it's been like a rough 24 hours. And
Whew.
sad,
Yeah.
and also democracy is always going to prevail, hopefully, in our country. And
Hayes,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm well.
Good.
Everyone, this is Hayes Hawk. And Hayes, you are an advanced doula, student midwife, life coach, spiritual mentor, mama, all of the things.
All the things.
And we are so honored to have you here with us today to talk about ancestral technology in pregnancy, birth, and beyond, specifically African ancestral technology.
Wow,
And
that's an amazing name.
I am so excited because we have so much to learn from you today.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you for being here. I'm so happy to see you guys joining us. I might actually, I'm going to turn off the comments so that they don't scroll over your face. But if you guys want to leave us questions, you can do so in the question box. So, oops, which I just accidentally opened. Oh, Hayes, you're going to have some patience with me because I'm a bit of a mess when it comes to technology. But there we go.
You did it.
I did it. So we're gonna dig into your journey specifically, which I know. Right, and they also, from what I understand, an important component of Granny Midwifery was also spiritual knowledge.
Yes.
And
yes.
Spiritual mentorship. Is that a really big part of it?
It was.
Yeah.
For the midwives, it was a huge piece of it. And it's now a piece that, you know, midwives of color are bringing in, doulas of color are bringing in, because it's, you can't separate that from us, you know, and we live our life through that filter. So that's why it's so important for women who want to have a room full of women that look like themselves. They should be able to have that because they speak the language. They carry that energy with them automatically. And it's their right to have who they want in the room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a huge piece. They were very important to the spiritual growth and the spiritual grounding of a community. And I find that that's one of the reasons why I gravitated towards that work, is because of the spiritual component, is because of the idea that we are these divine beings in this human form, you know, and I think it's important to convey that and to keep that going in these families. So when I go to a family's home, or now when I'm virtually with the family, I'm looking at the whole family. We're talking to the whole family because they are very much an important piece in that child's birth. You know? And I want them all to get it, even the siblings, to get how important they're witnessing of this new life coming through, this lineage coming through, how important it is and what it means.
That is just everything. I feel like that was everything to me in my experiences of becoming a mama and the two births that I've had. And I know I shared a little bit with you about that, but when we found out that Maxwell was breech, I had many friends who had experienced the same thing, and they you know, they were going the more conventional way of birth, and their doctors basically said that, you know, your only option is a C-section.
Oh, so not true.
I know it's so not true, but it was thanks to my doula and my midwife that I learned about the options that I did have.
Yeah.
And when I was stressed, I just loved how my midwife pointed out to me that, you know, she didn't make it about my body or all the medical language that she could have given to me. She talked to me about how I could use the fact that Maxwell was breached and the stress that I was feeling around it as an opportunity to talk to my son in my belly and go, hey, buddy, we're in this together. And this is what stress feels like, but this is what we can do with it. We're going to like turn this into an opportunity. We're going to figure it out. We're going to surrender and lean into what's happening. And to just have somebody speak to me about the spiritual journey of it was absolutely everything. And I now happen to have a son who faces challenges and setbacks like a freaking pro.
Yeah, there's always a reason for a breach.
Him. Yes. Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this is hugely important. And I would love to hear about your journey, because you touched on it. What drew you to this journey towards specifically the ancestral technique? Mm-hmm. And I know you went to Ghana to study. I would love to hear a little bit about your journey and how that changed things for you.
Yeah, so I was born in the South. I was raised in Europe and all around the United States because my dad was in the Air Force. But the earth and being rooted and grounded is always something that has drawn me, pulled me. It speaks to me, and it's where I get my strength from. And I didn't realize how much that would come back to me until I was pregnant with my son. And when I had my son, I was the first in my tribe to get pregnant, to get married, and to decide to use a midwife. Now, if you had asked me before then if I was going to use a midwife, I didn't even think about it, even though I knew that most of my family members had been born at home, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't a conversation that my mom and I had, because my mom was in Europe on a military base. So, you know, that's what I saw her have. My sister was in a hospital. But when I got pregnant, that's what I decided to do. And being grounded in my practice and learning more about my history and understanding African traditions was really important to me. And I also studied the indigenous traditions, because my family has been so entwined with the Native peoples. So I honored it, and I've always, done sweats and all those things. So for me, it was a very natural thought to just kind of go in and go to the ground, take root there. In my pregnancy, I decided to go really, really like traditional. I didn't want any of the things. I trusted and knew that my body could do it. So when I got into labor, my midwife, her best friend was there, and she said, well, I can come and support you if you like. And I looked at my husband, and I thought, yeah, maybe so. maybe he needs some support.
Yeah.
So she was there, and I didn't think anything of it, but literally an hour and a half in, I was saying to her, what is this you're doing? What is this called? Because you're saving my life. And she said, I'm a doula. And I was like, okay, so what is that? And what does that mean? And where's that come from? And how did you study? And she's like, well, honey, how about if we talk about this after you have your baby? Because I'm in mid going. I'm surging and things are happening. I'm like, well, okay, so how did you do it? I'm just so into what she's saying. And she said, we can wait. I said, no, I really want to know. And I wrote down everything that she told me that she did. Like all the things she got certified in to help her.
While in labor, you're taking notes.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and mind you, I was good in school, but I was never that note taker, that studious, that person. This was something literally that wasn't me, that it just, she spoke to me, and I wrote it all down. After my son weaned himself, it was 3 years of nursing. After he finished, that's when I started implementing the things, the trainings, the certifications, all the things that she did. And then I did a few more things. But the fact that she was so well-rounded, she had herbology, she had nutrition, she was certified in all these things.
New mama bundles. So come on in.
So you can wear it as a poncho. I love just like this. And then you can spin it around for the cape. And then
It looks like a human child wearing a dog outfit. But really, look at the legs and the feet.
Are you a human child?
hi everyone. I'm here with Dr. B, Dr. Berlin. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. And thank you so much for having me.
Amazing. I'm so happy that we're talking tonight. And I hope you guys can see us well enough. My lighting is not very good, but Dr. Berlin is a very, very busy man. So we're sitting here at 8 o'clock at night doing this, and I'm so grateful. So Dr. Elliot Berlin is a very beloved and award-winning prenatal chiropractor, childbirth educator, and labor doula who lives and works in Los Angeles. And that's how I got so lucky to have you be my prenatal chiropractor in both pregnancies, with both Maya and Maxwell. So we go way back.
We sure do.
And we had a pretty special experience actually with my pregnancy with Maxwell. And that's what we're going to talk about today. There are so many things I want to talk to you about, by the way, but we have, we're going to narrow it down to one very special thing for tonight. And that is the disappearing art of vaginal breech births. So just real quick before we dive into it, because I think it's better to hear it from you than to hear it from me. What is breech? What does it mean when a baby is breech?
So normally at the end of pregnancy, babies settle into a head down position. About 96 to 97% of them end up in a head down position, which is the safest, easiest way.
Ah! Hi, my love.
She made me cry.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
I love what you guys are doing so much. I'm so proud to be your husband and your friend Satya.
Thank you.
Your husband Emily and your friend Satya. Is what
Yeah.
I
We got it. Aw,
Thank you. That meant so much to her that you
oh my God, it's so sweet. Being someone with CF and living like just the fact that you make it to 18, a lot of them don't even get to have kids, and then you get to have children.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your body's gone through so much by the time you even get there. And then you have children, and on top of that, you need help. And it's like, but what I hope she sees is that her kids are going to get to grow up and see a different kind of superpower, and that her mom had to have help in order to, like, that vulnerability, like that becomes their strength growing up. And I think that's so beautiful. And they're going to see the world differently and appreciate it. And I think they're not going to be resentful. I think they're going to be grateful that they had a mom like that.
Absolutely. I just really feel her pain though, that fear of, is my child going to hate me? Are they going to
There we go. Just gonna cancel everything all around this. And a lot of things from their man, and is not coming from a place of groundedness or a place of taking responsibility for our stuff while asking for a partner to step up. Where it's kind of this thing like, I need you to just go fix it. Because you're the man, so go fix it. We're not happy, fix it. But then there's also another version where I think this is where I fall into, or in my past have fallen into this a lot, where I kind of play the role of the damsel in distress.
And I was taught to play the role of the one that saves the damsel in distress.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. And that can get so dangerous because now I'm taking my power and just like putting it over here. Wow. And then guys are very prone to taking that power, which is false power for them, and then taking them that to kind of build themselves up to be the knight in shining armor.
So true.
And I don't think anybody wins there.
Well, because the man is getting filled by a false sense of
burgundy and olive?
Look.
What?
A friend stopped by.
What?
I'm just hearing the
There's something dripping. So sorry, so sorry. No, but seriously, there's something dripping over there. Can you hear it? Yeah.
There's a ghost here.
No. It's the AC. It's the vent. It's dripping water down on the table. I'm not. Sorry.
We were just breathing.
You seem tired.
I'm out of breath. This is a lot.
Emily's like,
But so off.
Of ice
yeah, just so we can get enough of the mix-ins throughout the whole ice cream. So there are two things we're going to add to this ice cream. We're going to add more chocolate chips. Yeah. And then we're also going to add our cookie dough to make it cookie dough ice cream. So I'm just going to open our package so people can see how it looks. 12 little portions come in it. And then you can just start honestly taking how many portions you want out of this one, disc. So if you like big chunks of cookie dough, you can keep them big. If you want them smaller and bite size, and they don't have to be perfect, like irregular kind of round shapes. Right. Perfect. So just have fun with it. It's like Play-Doh.
You're professionally here. Yeah, that's exactly what it. So that's gonna go in here. You know what you can do, sweetie? So I'm gonna put you back in the tripod, or Sarah can show you. You can break. So we're gonna break it apart and just roll it into the box, right?
Yep. Yeah. Different whatever size you want, Maya. You want small, if you want big.
In your ice cream. I mean, this is so great for the kiddos to do.
That's the thing, especially during this, time of everyone being home. It's a really fun project. Like why I love baking and why baking is up like more than ever right now. I think baking is more popular now than it was in the 50s. It's like people, it's a fun creative project. It brings a lot of joy, to people's homes, which is important right now. And who doesn't, it's also like a great stress reliever. So like, it's because it makes you feel good. It's very relaxing and it's just, we all need a little bit of that, especially right now. So baking,
we need all of the goodness.
All of the goodness.
And how cool to be able to taste something that you create.
Yeah, exactly.
Sarah is used because she's such a great baker.
Yeah.
And there's very
fearless experimenter.
You are,
but not a great baker.
I'm the same way though. Like you have fun in the kitchen,
Yeah. But what happens is that she does stuff for other people and then she can't taste it because she is allergic to all the things that she's baking or cooking. So it's really sweet when you can bake something that you can also eat. That you can
absolutely. Yeah.
Do you want to use the ice cream? Sure. Take a little bite here.
You can. Yeah, it's safe. Is that good, Maya?
Wait, you want to taste the cookie dough too?
Taste the cookie dough. You want to mix it with the ice cream right away. And just taste the mix. Oh, Maxwell, do you want to taste the cookie dough?
Maxwell, you want to taste this?
What do you think, Maya? You tell us.
Okay.
Was it good? Oh, her entire hand in her mouth. I'm sure that.
Here's Maxwell.
Oh, those kids are adorable.
Bye. Welcome. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Wow.
Okay.
I made some friends.
Hello. I have a little heart on my cheek.
That's fun.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
All right. Well, I think that we can leave you guys with
to give
that.
somebody else a chance.
Mother's Day. Emily got a tattoo on her face during this.
I have a brilliant, beyond brilliant idea. Oh my God, it's so sweet. Try it on. Try it on.
According to a poll of thousands of women, 1/3 blamed breastfeeding apparel for making them feel unattractive. And many of them stopped breastfeeding because they felt like a spectacle in public.
So head in. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Shh. Sorry, it's okay. We got this.
Balancing life with constant baby feedings can feel like an impossible juggling act. And it is easy for a new mother to lack confidence and wonder if she will ever feel like herself again. Introducing the cocoon.
Yeah, well, I would say, have you ever had a job where you've had zero experience, no training, you're not allowed to quit, and people's lives are at stake?